Now in this lecture I'd like to give you an overview of a tool that we're going to use for information gathering. This tool is great for information gathering and allows you to gather information just about anything. You can gather information about people, you can gather information about websites, computers, companies, phone numbers. Really everything you can think of you can add to this tool and try to extract information related to that entity. The tool is called Maltego and it's going to become your best friend when it comes to information gathering. Now, like I said, the tool can be used to gather information about anything, but using the tool is the same. So it doesn't matter if your target is a website, if it's a person, if it's a phone number, if it's a company. It doesn't really matter. Using the tool is exactly the same, but only the information that you'll be getting is going to be different. So in this lecture, we're going to have a quick overview over this tool, and then we're going to be using it more in the next lectures. So first of all, to run the tool, just go to the More Applications right here, and then just type in Maltego. And you can see that the tool comes up in here and it's called Maltego. The first time you run the tool, you'll be asked to log in with a username and a password. If you don't have one, you'll have to register through the wizard that you'll see. So just create a new username and new password, and then they'll send you an activation link to your email. Activate your account and then you'll be able to log in and use the tool. Now, as you can see, I've already logged in and it's offering me to use one of the already made templates for gathering information. In here, you can see that we have the home page for the tool. And from here, you can add more transformers to the tool. Basically, transformers are plugins that allow you to gather information about specific things. So you can literally just click on install on any of these. And it'll add basically more transformers or more things that you can do with Maltego. A lot of these extra transformers will ask you to log in with a username and a password or use a certain API. For now, we're just going to use the built-in transformers, and I'm just going to go on right here to create a new graph. And this is the main workplace of Maltego. So in the middle, we have our graph. So here is where you're going to be seeing your entities, where you're going to be seeing the information. And here you'll have an overview of the graph. And in here you'll have details about each entity in the graph. And in here at the bottom right, you'll be able to change the properties for each of these entities. All of this is empty now and all of this is vague, I know for you, but once we start using the tool, it'll start making sense straight away. On the left, we have our entities. They're organized in categories right here, depending on the type of these entities. So for example, if we click on the infrastructure, it'll allow you to add a domain name, you can add MX records, you can add URLs, or you can add a website. So you can literally just drag and drop the entity that you want. And now we have a domain name in the graph, and from here, we can start gathering information about this domain name. There is a lot of different types of entities. So you can add a device from here. You can, for example, if we go to personal, you'll see that you can actually just add a person. So literally you can just add a person, give their first name, their second name, and then you'll be able to gather information about this person. You can also add a phone number. Again, put the phone number and start gathering information about it. And one of the really cool categories right here is the social links, which will allow you to add Facebook entities. It'll allow you to add GitHub, Foursquare, LinkedIn, Instagram, and other social networks. And with that, once you add them, you'll be able to gather information about these entities. And obviously this information will really help you when it comes to trying to exploit that person and hack into their system. Now, once you add the entity in here, if we click on the domain name, for example, I'm just going to go on the property view and you'll see that in here, I can modify the properties for this website. So for example, the first thing that we need to change is put the name of our target domain in here, and once we do that, we can right-click and select what type of information we want to gather. Now I'm not going to run any transformers in this video. For now I'm just showing you a quick overview of the tool, how to add entities, how to run transformers, and what do we mean by all of these things. And as I said, you're going to be able to use it to gather information about anything, and it's really going to help you enhance your social engineering skills. Please note that right now you are using the free version of Maltego. The free version is great at gathering all sorts of information, but it doesn't allow you to use search engines and a few other features. You can actually request a free trial from the link in the resources of this lecture. Just explain to them that you are a student and they'll happily give you trial access, which you can use to do everything. I know there are a lot of other free information gathering tools, but in my opinion they do not even come close to Maltego. Maltego is the best at information gathering, and that's why I use it and I teach my students to use it. Think of it this way: if you are learning how to design, would you rather learn how to do it using Paint, which is free, or would you want to use the best design software such as Photoshop?